Welcome to the food revolution. Welcome to my neighborhood. I think that this neighborhood is a great model and prototype for neighborhoods all over this great country. And I moved here from Austin, Texas, where there's a lot of talk but not a lot of action. And I've noticed since I've moved to this neighborhood, there's a lot of action. There are people that are replacing lawns with food. There are people that have chickens in their yard and living in nice houses. There's no box stores within any, discernible perimeter here. And we should all be very proud to be part of this community and part of this neighborhood, and that's what makes it. I'm a radio talk show host. I'm on several stations around the country. We're not on in my hometown of Atlanta. We'd like to fix that, but if you Google Jack Blood, you'll find me on the internet and see the 15 years of work we've done. And a lot of the work we've done have been on the topic of the food revolution. I'm here to tell you that you are winning the food revolution. Now, we can't expect Rome to be built in a day. It took a long way and a lot of problems to get us to this point. But I truly believe that we can't fix this politically. I don't believe that this can be fixed through government. Government caused this problem. The subsidies for Monsanto, the favors to Monsanto, the revolving door lobbyists for Monsanto, names like Donald Rumsfeld, Hillary Clinton, or Hillary Clinton as I call her, and George Bush. I mean, these are the people that constantly revolve through this door, as Tom Vilsack, the Secretary of Agriculture, former Monsanto guy, the food czar at the FDA, former Monsanto guys. This is a government problem. We can't go to government to solve the problem. So while we need an exact agenda here, and that agenda would be labeling, if you have GMO in the food, it's poison and we need to know it. Just like you would label something under the sink with the skull and crossbones so that your children don't get into it. We do need to label our food that if it's poison. We need to label our fluoride. We need to label our aspartame. We need to label our MSG, our neurotoxins, our excitotoxins. People are putting this stuff in their bodies every day and having massive neurological breakdowns all over the world. So this is very important, but I think we stop ourselves short. I think we cut ourselves off at the knees in one way, going to the government and asking them to selectively enforce a labeling law. Though it is a step in the right direction, and while we do need to put pressure on them, I want to go farther, and I think we should just ban this stuff. There is no evidence whatsoever that this is going to be good for anybody, and there's plenty of evidence around the world that this is horrible and is going to cause massive health problems, if not right away, in 10 or 20 years. So we can ban this. There is absolutely no excuse for these poisons to be put, this frankenfood to be put in the market to confuse people. And I also believe that this is targeted to the poor. The rich go to the better stores. The rich have macrobiotic chefs. They don't eat this stuff. This is what's served to the slaves. And so what we have to do in our message is reach the slaves, if that's the case, and let them know that they have a choice. And when we're able to take a chunk out of Global Corp, like we have, and Monsanto is just one piece of Global Corp, you can literally watch these companies intersecting with each other. When we're taking a big chunk out of their hide is the way we've done, we are on the right road. I've checked the numbers. People are not buying diet soda the way they used to. People don't want GMO foods. Food to table, and again, Atlanta being really a great precedent for this. People following the top chefs around the world, and here in this city and in this state, all going table to food. And so hey, let's hear it for that. And it tastes better. It feels better. You can go to Subway, they tell you their food is fresh. It doesn't have any taste. I can't taste it. If I go to Wendy's, it just tastes like chemicals. And I think that many people are coming with us on this. They won't tell you. You won't see anything about this march, this protest, in the Creative Loafing, our alleged newspaper here for the community, or in the Atlanta Journal Unconstitutional. You won't see any of this mentioned there because their masters are Monsanto and Global Corp, and they don't want you to know that you're winning this revolution. So I've been, doing this for 15, 20 years. I've been speaking all around the country. I have experienced massive victories where we focus in like laser beams. We don't let up. We don't let them beat us on a war of distraction and attrition. It's very easy for us right now to say, we've come a long way, let's go home. But, what would have happened for the legalization of marijuana, hemp, and medical marijuana? People would have just given up 2 years ago. They would not have seen the results that we're seeing today. And once the snowball starts rolling down the hill, get out of the way, because you're not going to stop it. And you folks are the snowball. We're becoming more educated about our food, becoming more educated about the products. And ultimately, if we are to control, absent some utopia here that people dream about, if we are going to control our food, we're going to have to do it through consumerism. We're going to have to reward the people who are putting farm food on the table, fresh, organic food on the table. People like Seven Onda here, a great, great, great addition and a huge staple of our community. We're going to have to reward them and not reward the packaged, processed foods. They're going to have to take a major hit, and I'm telling you, they will shift their consciousness to yours through this consensus. I want to talk about consensus because we all maybe have different ideas about, abortion or gay rights or whatever group suppository that they're using to divide us and rule us with. But when we get together on things like this, we see this massive revolution growing and we come together. I've seen this in this NSA spying thing. I mean, if you guys didn't know, California just voted one vote against and all the votes for in the California Senate to ban the NSA from spying in California. And that's something we could all do in every state. We've seen similar things with the NDAA in Washington and Virginia and all points around the country. We have to be able to take this cause to the Georgia Golden Dome and make sure they know we have consensus. We need to not follow, we need to lead as Atlantans. We need to lead and make a prototype here that is viable and that can work. So we have consensus. We're winning the revolution. We are exposing the double-dealing revolving door of Washington, D.C. to Monsanto. We are creating an economic boycott-style consensus impact on the food companies. We have to double our efforts and keep going. So I'm just here today to say, everything we've done so far has worked. Stop buying it. Don't put your money into it, and take it even another level. Does my money end up at Goldman Sachs? Why is that? I need to stop that. That's how you have power. That's how the people have power, and that's what was intended for the model of this country, this lively experiment. And finally, if third world countries can ban GMO crops and ban GMO food, we could do it here in the United States of America. Decentralize, repeal, stay bold, onward with the food revolution. Thank you very much.
Jack Blood, give him another round. Some really great points. Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much. He's so right. Just in the last 10 or 12 years that I've been in the health and wellness industry, I've definitely seen things shifting fast, from WRFG to Conscious Living Omnimedia to True Living Well to Seven Onda. You can see the demand changing from the outside in. The questions people are asking, the things they're paying attention to, it is definitely changing. And so the counter-marketing is us. It really is us, and he's right. It's working, it's changing, so just stay focused, keep moving forward, and it's just a matter of time before it actually